I'm Shiva.
I'm Sandy.
And this is
Our Relaxing Hobby.
Hello.
Hi.
Tonight's episode is going to be kind of about Christmas and what not to buy for Christmas, as far as we're concerned anyway.
Yeah, basically what not to get your kids for Christmas.
Right. Well, from our point of view.
Yeah.
And our point of view is all about fish, just so you know.
And Mother Nature's point of view when it comes to some of these.
Right, which, you'll see.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get their kids some kind of pet. We all do.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes puppies and kittens aren't feasible. Yeah. And so everybody thinks, fish. Fish are easy to take care of.
Yeah, they're just like decorations.
And you can just get this little tiny thing and you throw them in there and everything's good to go. Fish are not that easy to take care of. They are easy, but not that easy.
Right.
They do take work. And they do, many of them, grow.
Mm-hmm.
So...
including the most common ones. Generally what happens is you have people who don't really know that much about fish to begin with.
Right.
And they're thinking, we'll just get the kids a fish and we'll put it in a bowl or we'll put it in one of those cute little aquariums that are on sale right now for Black Friday or whatever.
Right, which they are.
And
I'll just read the post about it.
Yeah, and instead of getting, the nice expensive neons, at a whole $3 a fish, they want to go for those goldfish, the ones that are 15, 20 cents a piece.
Right, because they think, who cares?
And even better, they'll get more than one.
Right,
which, on a goldfish perspective, you want to get more than one. You just don't want to put them in something, I don't know, like this.
We're not picking on the name or label,
no, we're not. No.
We're talking about don't put goldfish in this.
Yeah, this is not a thing for goldfish, and I think they have mollies on
you could probably put mollies, a couple of them. You could probably put guppies in there.
But I have
tetras.
Yes, but I have literally seen things like this,
like
not
that,
this one, but like this that have goldfish on the picture.
Right, which is a big no-no.
That's a big no-no.
Because we're going to show you.
You guys saw patches.
Yeah, and we're going to show you pictures of a couple of the younger ones that we just got recently, and they were all from the same batch. Mm-hmm. And the size difference on one of them is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, they're siblings, or three of them.
Yeah.
They're siblings, and one of them is like 3 times the size of the others. That one's going to be in other patches, I think.
Right. So you got to keep in mind they grow and they grow quickly at first. Mm-hmm. I mean, it takes a little bit of time, but one of those little tiny gallon aquariums or whatever that is. 2 or 3 goldfish in there, you might last 3 months.
Yeah.
And then you either got to upgrade or get rid of the fish.
Right.
So that's if you manage to keep them alive, because again, there's a whole slew of things you can't do. Like you can't set that thing up the same day as like Christmas morning, set it up and put the fish in it.
Yeah, which is another thing people do.
Yeah, that's something you can't do to any fish because you have to let the cycle through and
so
have a good cycle.
And so unless you have some pre-cycled material like rocks or something or ornaments
from another place,
like fresh, not this used to be in another ornament, it'll be fine now, or it used to be in another tank.
10 years ago,
it doesn't work that way, or even a day ago. I mean,
right, because it dries out.
Have to be wet for the bacteria. We've talked about the bacteria cycle before.
Right. Very important. And if you try to put any fish, you're going to be darn lucky if they live. Mm-hmm. I mean, they might. Goldfish are pretty darn hardy when,
not the really young ones.
Well, I'm saying you might get lucky if you have a well, like a tank that has good aeration. You might be lucky, but within 3 months you're either going to be getting a bigger tank, or they're going to be gone. Which is sad for the little kid that you just bought this fish for.
Right. Now keep in mind this also, we're also talking about the fancy goldfish as well as the comets.
Right.
Now you guys see our comets and we have like patches, these are like, over a foot long.
Right.
But we used to have the fancy goldfish as well, which we've shown you pictures of Bonnie, we've shown you pictures of Reed.
And they needed a 55-gallon tank for 2 of them.
Right. They were huge. They were, yay big.
So.
I mean, I think the aquarium we just showed you isn't even that
they
wide.
Wouldn't, the aquarium, that aquarium would be great if you had, like, if you were getting mollies or neons or guppies or something small.
Yes.
Even then you couldn't put more than like maybe 5 in there. Mm-hmm. And because they're schooling fish, you have to have at least 3 or 4 minimum, and the max you put that is maybe 5, and even then they'd be uncomfortable after a little while because 5 is almost pushing it for that size.
Yeah, now you might be able to get away with a few more neons, but not that many.
Yeah, it's normally a gallon per or inch per gallon is what they like. Yeah,
so
it depends on the filtration again. So everything is important. So
if you supplement one of those with like a sponge filter, You could probably get a few more fish in there as long
Yeah.
as they're small and they're not going to get more than,
an inch big.
inch long.
Yeah. Like we said, you just make it easy on yourself. Just don't get them. Not for
Yeah.
Christmas. Not unless you're really prepared.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is that everybody thinks, oh, this will teach my kids responsibility. You're going to be doing it.
Yeah, you are.
I don't
Fish
care.
tanks are not. Yeah, they might be able to feed them,
Yeah.
but they cannot clean a small child cannot clean a fish tank safely. Not efficiently, not well.
Yeah.
If they're a little older and they want fish, teach them.
Yeah.
Make them watch our show.
Well, I don't know with the way we talk.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe not. Well, the teenagers can. The teenagers talk as bad as we do.
Yeah, true.
But again, if you ever have any questions, comments, like, subscribe, share, comment below.
Yeah.
If you have questions about it, if you're determined to get fish for Christmas, give us a little message there. We'll walk you through some good options.
Right.
We're happy to help. We just don't feel goldfish are a good fit for those small little tanks,
No.
and or for something as quick to pass by as Christmas. Like, you want to get an established tank, you want to make sure it's big enough, you want to, there's rules for certain types of fish, and goldfish are one of them because they grow.
Yeah, and they are part of the carp family, which means they're a dirty fish.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of maintenance there, a lot of filtration required. So again, if you really want to have fish, we can't stop you.
We can give you
We can give you some ideas. We can give you some clues. We can tell you definitely don't get goldfish unless you have a very large tank and very good filtration and
lots of aeration.
Lots of aeration.
And a lot of time in order to clean that tank out. And,
again, what's the title of our show? Oh wait, our relaxing hobby. Yeah, okay.
Notice the relaxing's in quotes.
Yeah, it's not. As a matter of fact, I just spent 3 hours cleaning out just 2 tanks today, or 2 hours cleaning out 2 tanks today. Mm-hmm. Mine and Jenny's, and all I did was a light water change. I didn't even do a full. I did maybe a quarter in each tank.
Yeah, and I got to do the anglerfish tank tomorrow. So yeah.
And it took me 2 hours to do that properly, and so it's not.
Yeah, and don't let this little size of those little, like, I guess you'd call them novelty tanks.
Yeah.
Don't let the size of those fool you. Don't think, oh, this will be really easy, because
those are some ways harder.
Yeah, they're actually
smaller.
They're smaller. It's harder to get water out of them.
Yeah, and usually their filtration stuff isn't that great to begin with.
Right.
I owned one. I owned one when I had the betas.
Yeah, notice ours is still in the box.
Yes, well, it was an emergency thing. It was if something happens in an emergency, we had to throw some fish in it.
Yeah, like
it was kind of somebody gave it to us, and we just.
Yeah, we kept it around because if we ended up with an aggressive beta, we have a little prison for the aggressive beta.
Yeah, or a Belucifer for temporarily.
Yeah, or fish jail for Belucifer, which is a free fish. But notice we're talking singular fish here.
Right. Yeah. So it was really, again, we don't recommend it. We can't stop you, but please throw us a comment. Ask us some questions. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have about fish. If you're determined to get, if your child really loves fish, throw us a comment. We will be happy to discuss any type of fish that we know about with you, and whether it's safe, and how much effort it's going to take you, and what the best way to do to help them survive. Because fish, for the most part, most fish are schooling fish.
Yeah.
Most of the nicer fish. There are like a few that you can have, like Oscars and stuff. You can have just one because they're
but you're not going to fit an Oscar.
I'm just saying,
little novelty
but if you want, a little novelty thing for your kid and want some little bright neons or tetras or something, and you have some questions, let us know. Because you can also go to your local pet store and ask them for some media.
Yeah.
They will give you active media to help your tank get moving faster.
Now, by media, she's talking about gravel. She's talking
rocks,
about rocks. She's talking about the stuff that the sponges that go into regular filters we don't use anymore. So.
Right, but also like ornaments that have media on them, like growth.
Pet store's not going to give them an ornament.
Well, they'll sell it to them. Oh, trust me, they will sell it. They want to wash it for them, but if you tell them you want the media on it, they will give it to you. I actually asked that question.
Okay.
If you buy an ornament that's inside one of their tanks, they will sell it to you with the media on it, which will help you. Anytime you want to, if you want to do it faster.
Yeah, you can also use products like Start Right, but you don't.
Yeah, but it still takes a couple days with that. That's not fast.
Start Right isn't a instant fix.
Right.
It'll help you get things going, but you're going to have to be doing a lot of water changes in the beginning. If you're going to start out with like no pre-soaked media or anything like that, you're going to be doing a lot of water changes.
And don't put the fish in there.
Well,
I wouldn't.
Well, they would. I'm just thinking about what normal people do.
Yeah, trust me, I remember when I first started and I didn't know, and I set the tank up and I put the fish in there all the same day, and they sold it to me just like that. Nobody said a word.
Yeah.
And I lost all 10 fish within a couple of hours because the tank wasn't wasn't set up right.
I mean,
because there are things,
you can use things like, in order to set up, like, let's say a 10-gallon real quick, you can use, like, start right, put that in there, put the gravel in there, put the fish in there that day, but you're going to be doing at least a 15% water change every day.
Every day, and
Until
even then you may or may not get lucky.
Yeah,
because it took
also
me,
depends on the type of fish too.
Yeah, it took me 3 different attempts before I finally found somebody at the fish store that was willing to go, smack me upside the head and say, this is why they're dying.
Right now,
they just kept selling them to me, and they will sell them to you.
Now, a fish that is good for these novelty tanks that is more suitable for staying in water that isn't going to be changed like every 5 minutes are betas.
Yeah.
Betas are used.
Betas are pretty tough.
They're tough.
Yeah, they're tough with water. So you could probably put a beta in one of those tanks, but again, if it's a male, you only put one.
Right.
And I think we gave the whole class on if it's females.
Yeah.
You can't have more than one female, but there's a whole rule. Get them together.
Well, yeah, you're gonna want a lot of room though. I wouldn't put a sorority in one of these.
No, but two. I'm
tanks.
just saying, if you wanted 2 fish, you could probably put 2 girls in there.
Well, you can put a beta and a couple Restauras, and that'll be fine. But as far as like a really showy fish that you can set up quickly, the beta's gonna be your best bet.
Yeah.
Male beta in particular.
Yeah, and they're kind of fun in a lot of ways, just because they. If you touch the glass, a lot of times the really grumpy ones will attack you. like Ahmed was a really grumpy one. He would try to kill everyone. If you touch the glass, if someone walked by, if you put a soda down next to the glass, he tried to kill it. So,
but the
really,
whole point is goldfish.
Not goldfish. That was really what we were trying to get at. Don't buy goldfish. Yes, they're cheap.
And they're the one everybody identifies. Everybody knows goldfish.
And you can pick like orange, sometimes yellow, white. So, they're so pretty and they're so no. Yeah. Get a beta. Get if you're going to do it something that's overnight and quick.
A beta's your best bet.
A beta's your best bet, and even then you may or may not. But we'll see.
Well, betas are used to being in the small little bowls.
Yeah. So they'll probably be happy in it.
Yeah.
And they can do quick water, even if the water's not established. They're pretty good, because I used to just change the water and put them in it, and they were fine.
With betas, you do have to be a little bit careful about the parameters on that water. Like if you have too acidic of water or fluoride in the water or something, but you can also use
you have to use
spring water.
Spring water, and/or you have to make sure the water's dechlorinated. You can't put it on your tap.
Definitely dechlorinate.
Sandy made that mistake. I thought I had put the stuff in, and I'd gotten distracted and killed all 6 of my betas. Mm-hmm. Because I forgot that I didn't put the dechlorinator in the water.
Right.
And I got a phone call, and then I just put the fish back in the bowls, and every single one of them died because the chlorine will kill them. Chlorine out of your tap water.
Okay, so basically, if you absolutely must get your kids a fish for Christmas, go with a fairly large novelty thing. Don't do like those beta tower things that are like yay big. They're horrible. Get something like what we have here.
One of those.
Get something like this. That's at least a gallon, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah. Spring water is probably your best for the first start of a tank. It's probably the safest for you.
Yeah,
because you don't have to put dechlorinator. You do want to put start right in it still.
Yeah, you want to get start right. You want to get a dechlorinator,
but that's only needed if it's not spring water.
Yeah, dechlorinator. If you're not using spring water, which you can get by the gallon cheap,
right?
Then use dechlorinator and go for a male beta. That is your best bet and the most likely chance of survival for the fish that's getting set up overnight to surprise the kids on Christmas morning.
Right.
They are fairly easy to take care of as opposed to like the goldfish that everybody wants that are going to get big, they're messy, and you're going to be cleaning that tank
walk past the cheap goldfish for this particular instance.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
At least not in our opinion.
Right. Now betas can last for years.
But again, if you don't agree with us, like, comment, subscribe, share below.
Oh, and believe me, we will fight you to the death when it comes to goldfish.
Yeah, she even got her goldfish down.
Oh yeah. You've seen mine.
Yeah,
I'm pretty well versed in goldfish.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of the other fish are fine in those little tanks, but again, not overnight. Next morning, yay! Here's a fish.
Yeah.
Probably betas are probably the only one that would definitely survive. The others might or might not. I mean, like I said, I lost 10 guppies within a day because I didn't know enough to have a well-established tank. So keep that in the back of your mind. And again, comments, questions. We would love to answer any of the questions you have.
Yeah.
We'd be happy to help. It's what we're here for.
Yep.
Look at me being nice and helpful. Do I get bonus points?
Yeah, because
it's Christmas.
We're saving fish.
Oh, okay.
That's
it's Christmas.
Well,
Krampus.
Yeah, I'm more of a Krampus girl myself.
I know. I love Santa. But no,
I'm on Santa's hit list. So.
She is.
I'm more Halloween.
She is.
She's Christmas. I'm Halloween. You should see our house.
We have a Hallowmas tree. Actually, because her mom and I both love Christmas and she loves Halloween, so we made a tree that was Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah.
So we do know a lot about both holidays, and
and we know not to get goldfish.
And we know not to get goldfish.
Surprise anybody with goldfish.
Yeah.
That's another thing, is surprising people with a responsibility like that.
Right.
This is more for adults. You know, people like your friend. Like, let's say, hey, I'm going to buy Sandy a present for Christmas.
Well, you know, I actually did that. I actually bought a beta for somebody in one of those plant betas that has the beta and the big bowl and the plant was inside of it, and she absolutely loved it. The thing lived for 5 years. Yeah, but I did surprise her with it because she had told me once she liked them. Right. So for a birthday present, I bought it for her.
Now, the reason why I'm against surprising adults with this is that if adults generally are not like kids, in fact, in the idea that if they want something, they will usually find a way to get it, and setting up a fish tank is not terribly expensive if you know what you're doing.
Right.
So if an adult doesn't have aquariums all over the place, there might be a reason for this.
They probably don't want fish.
They either don't want them or they don't have the time for them.
Right, yeah, because again, our relaxing hobby, takes time every day.
I mean, there are some breeds of fish that I would absolutely love to get, including like sharks, but I don't want the trouble of a saltwater tank. That's why we're doing freshwater. I don't think I'll ever be ready to do a big saltwater tank in order to do leopard shark or carpet sharks.
Right. Well, yeah. Saltwater's a lot where I have a cousin that's really into the saltwater tanks. I don't have the patience because the stuff he talks about.
Yeah. So surprising people with any type of animal. I mean, it seems more obvious. Don't surprise them with a puppy or a kitten, but
you could surprise me with a puppy. You could.
Yeah.
Or not a kitten though, but a puppy. Right. No birds.
Surprise you with a puppy.
Puppy.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get her like the worst puppy ever. Anyway, but my point is that people think, oh, fish, it's not going to be a big deal if we surprise them with a fish. I mean, how much trouble can they be?
Yeah.
Yeah, see title.
Yeah.
Of our show.
Not relaxing at all. Well, they can be for short periods of time. When you just get to look at them, they're great. But when you have to take care of them, it's no longer relaxing. Because I mean, I love watching my fish. I do.
Yeah.
But in order to watch those fish and keep them healthy, I have to do a lot of work on my tank.
And I mean, you've bought me fish as a present before, but you also let me know about it ahead of time. You wanted to get the koi for Gareth and I.
Yeah, for your wedding, for your anniversary.
So you got kicked on.
Yeah,
but we knew about it ahead of time that she was going to do that.
Yeah, I didn't just go, here's a fish. No,
here's a koi that's going to get up to 2 feet long.
I said, hey, I got a great idea for a present for you. I'd love to buy you guys a wedding koi. That's why Keiko's name is basically wedding or marriage.
Yeah, it means marriage.
And so I found the oddly, weirdly unique koi, and I bought it. But I did tell you a week or so before that I was thinking about it.
Right.
So you were ready.
Right. So we could tell you whether or not we could support. I mean, obviously we could support another koi, but somebody who's got a tank full of, even if somebody has a tank full of fish, they might not be able to support the type of fish that you want to get them.
That's another thing too, because you can't mix and match some fish. Like
you can just have too many.
Too many of the bigger fish, or mixing and matching certain breeds. I don't know what are they called? Species. Yeah. You can't necessarily always mix and match.
Yeah.
They will like Lucifer was an iffy. Unfortunately, I didn't know enough about Lucifer, but he's actually done really well lately.
Yeah, because you threatened him with fish jail.
I did threaten him with fish jail.
But surprising people with fish is usually a bad idea anyway. I mean, talk it over with them. Let them know what you're thinking.
But
believe me, instead of surprising them, they'll appreciate it if they really want a certain type. Like you might have somebody who has just been dying for like a black opal beta, and haven't been able to find one, and maybe you're willing to put in the money and order one for them. Let them know that you're thinking about doing that. Believe me, it's not ruining the surprise. It's something they would appreciate.
Yeah, because they have to prepare. They have to prepare. There is a preparation thing here. So again, no goldfish for Christmas.
Unless you have a pond.
Well, even
and a big pond, not one of those little decorative Wayfarer type of.
If you want to get a fish for Christmas, we highly recommend a beta one to start out with. But again, if you have any questions, comments, we would love to hear. We would love to help.
Yeah.
We would love to stop you.
We will try to stop you and try to give you better suggestions.
Yeah. Like a puppy.
No. You sure? I have no problem.
Can you imagine a puppy in this house? Oh my God. Oh Lord.
I think my cat would try to murder it.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
yeah.
All right, that's fine. We'll get you a puppy for Christmas.
Cat
sure.
would kill a puppy.
No,
Can you imagine?
I can imagine Hades chasing a puppy around, you know,
Can you
with a
imagine
knife.
Roxy with the puppy? Roxy
Roxy would be like,
she'd be like, make it leave me alone, I'm old.
yeah.
But anyway, no goldfish for Christmas. We highly don't recommend it, especially not in the little tanks like we showed you. They're very cute,
Yeah.
but they're not designed for the larger fish. They're not designed for the dirtier fish.
No, they're not.
And dirty just means that they shuttle, they scales.
They're messy
messy eaters. Their
They-
scales fall off a lot. They have the
produce
water.
a lot of waste.
Yeah, they have to be changed a lot. And yes, we got counsel from Gareth about how we were supposed to talk about that and the fish pee and all that. But that's no fun.
Yeah, it screws up the ammonia cycle.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, or the nitrate cycle or nitrate, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
It screws up the cycle.
Screws up the cycle, makes the water dirty, yucky. You have to change it a lot.
Yeah, otherwise it becomes very, very toxic for the fish.
Yeah,
And then
otherwise they die
fish.
regardless. So, but anyway, no goldfish for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea. It's especially those little tanks. Don't do it. I know they're cheap,
Yeah,
but it's not fair to them. It's
yeah.
really not, and it's not fair to you. If they're gonna die, they're gonna be miserable.
Yeah, I mean, like we said before, we understand novelty tanks can be fun, they can be cute, they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. If you absolutely feel like you must have a novelty tank and you must get fish for Christmas, male beta.
Yeah, male betas. They're beautiful. They're fun.
And
Kids can interact. They actually interact with kids, which a lot of smaller fish do not.
Yeah.
A beta
Betas
will. They will
interact
follow
with
your
you.
finger around. That you can teach them tricks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen betas. We have a friend that's beta pushed a ball around. It jumped over like a little stick.
Yeah.
So you can teach them things. They're crazy. They're great. They're great fish.
And betas come in a lot more variety than just the little plain bang-tailed ones you see in the pet store. Yeah. You can go online to specialty beta breeders and find some amazing looking male betas, and they last for years.
Yeah, you can get lucky with betas. I mean, it's not a, but again, just no goldfish. Goldfish for Christmas are a bad idea. That was really the goal of our show.
Yes, it's just no goldfish.
Yeah, if you have a question, if you want a different type of fish, and you're just curious, if you what our ideas are, by all means, like, subscribe, comment, share below.
Or if you've already done and bought a novelty tank and you're waiting to buy the fish to surprise your kids with for the night, right before Christmas, tell us what kind of tank you have. We'll give you an idea of what you can.
Yeah, we'll give you some ideas on what type of fish are safe. I mean, like we said, the smaller tanks, perfect fish. One male beta.
Yep.
If it's a little larger tank,
later on, if you have a smaller tank and you have one male beta, later on you might be able to add a few small catfish or something to help you clean up, or maybe a bristlenose pleco, depending on the size of the tank.
Right.
Those are safe for the beta, but
and nothing with color.
You want to
by the way.
Yeah, you want to wait until the tank's more established before you add anything other.
And
than
just
that
remember,
beta.
nothing with color. I made the mistake with the beta.
Yeah.
I put a red pleco in with the beta. It lasted all of 20 minutes for I to bring it to Shiva because it was like he was like, "I'm going to kill you."
Yeah. Now, granted, some betas are chill. I mean, I've had 3 male betas that were really, really chill.
Yeah.
And they surprisingly enough, they were all blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything I got that wasn't blue, like I got a mustard beta, and I got a red, and then ornaments was all kinds of colors, but they were more aggressive for some reason, and this might just be me, but bluefish.
Ahmed was red and he was crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, no goldfish.
Yeah, no goldfish.
Get back on that subject. No goldfish for Christmas.
Goldfish. I don't care how cheap they are.
Betas are a great option. Just one beta, one male beta in a tank.
Yeah, or even one female beta in the tank.
Or one, but like I said, just don't put
I wouldn't put a sorority into a
small
novelty tank.
Yeah.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, they have to have space. The girls
rooms.
are still actually a little bit territorial. You don't think they are, but they are.
Oh yeah.
So you have to have space for females. So depending on the size of the tank, you want to be careful with the females. We would suggest just one.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get 2, make sure the tank is at least 10 gallons.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, at least 10 gallons for even just 2 females.
Yeah.
Because they are very territorial and they will go out. They're not as bad as the males.
Yeah.
You never want to put it.
You have to put them in at the
together,
same time, and if you're lucky, they
like
won't,
each other.
They won't try to kill each other.
So, like, what we did is we got one for
you
the
want to
same.
traumatize your kids, by all means, put more than one beta in it.
Or put a male and a female together. That would traumatize
them.
them.
Traumatize the children.
Yeah, that's not
nothing like a little bit of holiday trauma for them to tell their shrinks later on. Yeah. Don't
get crayfish and put it in there either.
Oh God. Yeah, definitely.
First day, Lucifer killed the fish.
Well, you
anyway.
put 8 crayfish in there, just nothing else in there.
Nothing
with
else
it,
in there.
you'll be
With it.
okay.
But yeah, but anyway, yeah, that's so fun. But I don't even know if you want to do that without a non-established tank.
Yeah, yeah.
So, because they
this
aren't
is true.
quite as hardy. But anyway, no goldfish for Christmas. Like, subscribe, share, comment below.
Yep.
We would love to hear from you.
Now, if you're looking for a Christmas gift that's safe for everybody, go to our shop.
Oh yeah, we have lots of stuff at our shop. I forgot about our shop again. I always forget about our shop.
So do I.
I have a shirt on
Yeah,
today.
she's got a shirt. I don't.
Yeah.
But, yeah, if you're looking for, if you have a fish lover and you don't want to surprise them with a fish, you don't want to surprise anybody with fish, go to our shop. We've got all kinds of fun gifts. You can get throw pillars, you can get shirts, you can get, I think we got jackets in there too.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of things, mugs, I can't remember what all
whole
we got
bunch
in
of
there.
stuff,
A
yeah.
whole bunch of stuff in there with
Yeah.
our designs on it. Some of them are our message ones, like, you know, the size matters.
no bowl,
and
yeah.
the no bowls. And then we also have some fun ones as well, like the fish are fun,
Right.
or if you want to show off how much you love us, we have the regular supporter shirts. You can become a fishy supporter.
Yeah. But by all means, like, subscribe, share, comment below. Buy
Yes.
something from our store. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful holiday.
Mhm.
However you celebrate is fine with us.
Yeah, we'll see you before the holiday, but in case we don't,
In case you don't see us because of
Yeah.
the holiday.
yes.
Because it's kind of, you know.
Yeah,
holiday.
I mean, you've got better things to do than listen to us, babble on.
Nobody has better
yeah.
things to do than listen to us. She's wrong.
Okay.
But
I'm
anyway.
wrong. Okay,
have-
just in case something comes up that makes you miss us babbling for like 10, 15 minutes, have a good
Have a wonderful
holiday.
holiday. You take care.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.